Welcome to Moon Castle. Today, I want to share a lovely Christmas story with you. It's called I Love You, My Snow Mom. On a cold winter afternoon, the world was wrapped in a soft, fluffy blanket of snow. In the midst of this winter wonderland, a little rabbit named Ruby hopped through the forest. Christmas was on its way, but Ruby's heart wasn't as joyful as the season. Not only was she hungry, but she also felt lonely and a little bit sad. She saw a squirrel family busy decorating a lovely Christmas tree. Her eyes brightened, and she asked the squirrel mom, "Can I be a part of your family too?" The squirrel mom shook her head gently and said, "I'm sorry, but we don't have room for one more." Ruby's heart sank, and she sadly walked away. She didn't give up, though. She asked the deer mom, the badger mom, and even other animal families she met along the way, but nobody had space for her to join their family. Ruby continued her journey, feeling a little sadder with each try. As Ruby reached an open meadow, she noticed something quite curious in the middle of it. A large, round snowman. It had a big, bright orange carrot nose and stood all alone in the wide, open space, looking rather lonely and downcast. But Ruby didn't know what it was because she had never seen a snowman before. She noticed a funny green hat on top of the snowman's head, which made her quickly hide behind a big tree. The hat looked like the ones human soldiers wear, and Ruby knew that could be dangerous. Ruby stayed hidden behind the tree for a while, keeping an eye on the snow creature. It didn't move at all, and that made her feel a little safer. Ruby's tummy was making rumbly sounds because she hadn't eaten anything all day. She thought, maybe I can have that carrot for dinner. So, very quietly, Ruby tiptoed out from her hiding spot and inched closer to the snowman. She reached out her little paw to grab the carrot. But then, something amazing happened. The snowman started talking. "Hello there!" Ruby was shocked and jumped back, almost falling down. "I'm sorry, I'm just really hungry." The snowman smiled and said, "Don't be scared. I'm not going to hurt you. Here you go. You can have this." She pulled out her carrot nose and gave it to the little starving rabbit. Thank you," Ruby said, taking the carrot and then looking back at the snowman's face. After a short moment, she burst into laughter. You look so funny now. There's a hole on your face." The snowman tried to touch the hole on her own face and then laughed too. "What is your name?" the snowman asked. "Ruby. My name is Ruby," the fluffy bunny replied. "And what is yours?" The snowman thought for a moment and said, "I don't have a name. Soldiers made me and left me here all by myself." Ruby understood and said, "So you are alone too?" The snowman, his icy eyes glistening, said, "Yes, I am, because I don't have a family. I was made to stand here. But why are you alone? Where's your family?" Ruby's eyes filled with tears as she shared her story. My mom, she passed away. There was a big, scary war in our forest not long ago. The fire took our home, but my mom saved me before she got hurt. I ran away all by myself, and I miss her so much. Ruby started crying. The snowman, with a kind heart, replied, "I'm so sorry to hear that. I feel lonely too." Ruby hesitated for a moment and then asked with hope in her voice, "Can you be my new mom?" The snowman's heart warmed, and he said with joy, "Really? Yes, of course. I'd love to be your new mom." Ruby leaped with joy and cheering. "Yay! Now I have a snow mom. I'm not alone anymore." The snowman felt a wave of empathy wash over her. She said, Yes, none of us will be lonely again. I'll be your new mom. I'll protect you, love you, and we'll have lots of fun together. Ruby's eyes sparkled with happiness. Really? Can you promise that, Mom? The Snow Mom nodded warmly. Of course, I promise, my dear Ruby. You're my child now, and I'll cherish you forever. Ruby beamed and vowed, Thank you, Mom. I'm so happy, and I'll love you, respect you, and help you with everything. And so, the little rabbit and the Snow Mom became an unlikely family, turning a cozy tree hole into their home, sweet home. When the sun peeked through the snowy clouds, they set out on exciting food-finding adventures, and the Snow Mom cooked up the most delightful meals for Ruby. Her sweet ice cream creations were so yummy that even though Ruby felt a bit chilly after eating them, she couldn't get enough. Their days were filled with laughter and joy. They loved playing in the snow and having snowball fights. They learned to slide down the hills with their skis and sang songs they loved in the snowy world. At night, they twirled and danced under the moonlit snowflakes, making special moments that shone in their dreams. When they snuggled up in their tree hole for the night, their hearts were wrapped in happiness and warmth. It wasn't just a place to stay. It was like a cozy home full of love and fun. When Christmas arrived, the snowman gave Ruby a colorful pair of mittens, and Ruby gifted the snowman a soft, warm scarf. They hugged each other tightly, shared sweet wishes, and happily said, Merry Christmas, I love you. Sadly, good times don't always last. Soon after Christmas, something not so nice happened. There was another war near the forest, where Ruby and her Snow Mom lived. On a howling, windy night, humans brought big machines like tanks and warplanes, and it made everything really, really bad for all the animals in the forest. Ruby and the Snow Mom had to run away from all the noise and danger. Unfortunately, they found themselves surrounded by fire, and Ruby was really scared. It reminded her of what happened to her real mom before. But the Snow Mom held her close and said, Don't be scared, little rabbit. I'll keep you safe. I'll do whatever it takes to protect you, even if it means I have to give up my own life. Ruby noticed her Snow Mom starting to melt, with water rapidly dripping off her body. She cried out with tears, No, Mom, I don't want to lose you. I want us to stay together. You're my mom. I don't want to lose another mom again. The Snow Mom whispered, Be strong, be brave, my darling. Keep living and holding on to your dreams, your friends, and your future. Remember, I'll always be with you, right in your heart, like a mom. With those words, the Snow Mom bravely stood in front of Ruby, stepping into the fire to clear a path for Ruby to escape, protecting her from the dangerous flames. However, very soon, her legs melted to half, and her arms became smaller. Ruby didn't want to leave her, but the Snow Mom shouted, No time to wait. You have to run now, or you might get hurt too. Keep running, and I'll find you later. With her heart pounding heavily, Ruby had to go. Her tears flowed, and her heart felt so sad. Darkness covered her world once more. After running a few steps, she stopped and turned back to look at the Snow Mom. Even though half of her body was gone, the Snow Mom stood there with a smile on her face. Keep running, Ruby. I love you, Snow Mom shouted. Ruby cried so much, Mom, I love you. She wiped away her tears and started running again. After running for a long time, Ruby felt she had reached a safe place. She discovered a small stone shelter to hide. Feeling incredibly tired, couldn't run any longer. She quickly fell asleep. In the morning, when the sun came up, Ruby woke up, and the first thing she did was go outside to look for her snow mom. She ran back to the burned forest, and at the edge, she found the scarf she had gifted to her snow mom. Ruby sobbed, holding the scarf, and cried, "Mom, Mom, where are you? Mom, Mom, where are you?" No one answered. Despite searching everywhere, she couldn't find her dear snow mom. She cried until she fell asleep and had a dream. In her dream, her snow mom appeared, smiled, and said, "Ruby, don't cry, don't be sad. I will always be with you, watching, loving. Be happy, hopeful, and kind. You'll find good friends, good things, and good times. Your life will be beautiful, filled with love and hope. I'm so proud of you, my little angel." Ruby's tears flowed like a little river, but when she woke up the next morning, she felt a bit better because she knew her snow mom would always be with her. "I love you, my snow mom," she whispered, holding snow mom's scarf in her hands. Boom! Bang! The sounds of the war echoed from the other side of the forest, and the smoke still lingered in the air above. Ruby understood she couldn't stay here. It wasn't safe. So, she got up and decided to keep moving, to go far away from this sad place. With her mind made up, Ruby stepped out on her journey with hope shining in her eyes. Time flies, and here comes another Christmas once again, and Ruby had grown into a big, happy rabbit. She became a mom herself, with 3 little kittens. They all lived together in a snug burrow, laughing and playing every day. On the Christmas Eve morning, while Ruby was searching for food in the snowy forest, she noticed a tiny squirrel crying under a tree. "Hello there. Why are you crying?" Ruby asked kindly. The little squirrel replied with a sniffle. My mom passed away last night, and I'm all alone now. I'm so cold and hungry." With sadness in her eyes, Ruby said, "Oh, my dear, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm Ruby. I have 3 kids at home, but I think I can find a room for 1 more. Would you like to come with me to my home?" The little squirrel stopped crying and looked at Ruby like she was an angel from heaven. He happily replied, "Really? Yes, I do. Thank you." "You're welcome, dear. You can be a part of my family forever if you want," Ruby said. The next morning, when the sunshine filled their cozy burrow, 3 little rabbits and a tiny squirrel huddled around Ruby's bed, cheering, "Merry Christmas, Mom. I love you." "Merry Christmas, children. I love you too." Ruby beamed with joy. And that is the end of our story. It reminds us that even in the coldest winters, there's always love to warm our hearts. Cherish the love from those who care about you, and spread your love to those you hold dear. As we celebrate this special Christmas time, let's share our love with everyone around us. Remember, saying "I love you" is the most beautiful gift we can give. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the next one. Merry Christmas.
We wish you